Really quick before I start today's video, please keep in mind, I'm not a professional at this game. I'm really not. And this is all just my personal opinion, backed up by some stats. Every single character here was put into play at least 4 times. 2 times as the survivor and 2 times as the EXE. I really wanted to do my best for this video. Outcome Memories has around 7 survivors and 1 EXE as of today. And while some of them, I love them, and some I hate, one thing is for sure, and that is that each of these characters have potential for a last man standing. Whether it be because you hid the entire match like a freaking pussy, or barely alive by a single health point, each character has a specialized last man standing. But some are better than others. So without further ado, we're going to get into ranking all of them in order of abilities, fairness, music, and versatility. Enough of that, let's begin. Starting off with Tails. I like Tails a lot, I really do. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to throw him in a C rank. Okay, let me explain myself. So, in Tails' abilities, his passives are good. I mean, he gets to see you during Last Man Standing, pretty much wherever you are. But during Last Man Standing, there is not much you can do with it. Like, that's pretty much it. You just get to know where the EXE is, but there's not much. Metal Sonic's not alive because you're Tails during Last Man Standing. And, you know, it can be useful to coordinate and escape if you know where the EXE is, but at the same time, he can also just kind of sneak up on you. Tails can take around 7 hits during Last Man Standing, but there isn't a way to heal. So that's kind of going to be an issue. If you get hit a lot, then maybe, maybe rethink playing Tails. And Tails' gun is easier to charge, and it can be a real lifesaver if you have some distance on the EXE. Charges up like 1.5 seconds, and then you just get to shoot it instantly. I think it also recharges faster too, and honestly that's amazing, but it's only if you have distance. And Tails' glide is just hopeless during Last Man Standing. It just makes too much noise, and when the EXE knows you're doing it, they can just charge into you and instantly grab you and throw you into the ground and choke you to death and kill you and squeeze you, and yeah, you're dead. But on certain maps, Tails actually dominates, but he really does suffer on others. It's better you just play him on maps where he has an advantage and make sure you have a good team. His Last Man Standing theme, honestly, pretty good. Friends in the Moor is honestly kind of cool. I really like that it has a, what's that place? Oh yeah, Chemical Plant Zone theme in it. I really like that a lot. His fairness is just relatively low. Tails on the EXE side, however, I'm going to put this one in the B rank. EXE has almost too much counterplay to Tails. Sure, the stun is absolutely fucking stupid, but you can defeat Tails almost too easy. If he glides, then charge. If he's charging his gun, go invis. God's Trickery can also be used to defeat his glide ability too, because you can just teleport up to him and he can't do shit. Unless it's like the jump one or the orange color or whatever, the one that makes you move, like, you pretty much just get to hit him as much as you want up there. Tails is relatively just defenseless against a good EXE too. It's just unfortunate for Tails. Sonic the Hedgehog. F. Immediate F. He's going an F. Now, I hate his Last Man Standing with a fiery passion. It is just not fun at all. His passive is miserable. 15% extra damage is an atrocity. His dodge meter makes up for it a little bit, but at the same time, it doesn't matter that too. The EXE can just force you to not get any dodge by using God's Trickery or Invis. You are not getting away. You are not escaping unless your EXE is trash. Then there is no surviving. Rub salt on the wound. Never play him on Not Perfect. It is just miserable. You will fall everywhere. You slide off the map. There's nowhere to run. You bounce into things. You fall off the map. Just remove Not Perfect from the game already, Romeo. Please. His theme used to be good. I don't really like this new one. It's gone now, and I really don't like this new one. I'm really hoping we get one similar to that guy Raymond's Break Free, because I absolutely love that Last Man Standing theme. I'm very sorry what happened to you, by the way, that guy Raymond. God bless. He is not fun or fair at all during Last Man Standing, so he gets immediately F rank. It's just not fun to play as him during it. Sonic on the EXE side, however, S rank, you won. You just won the game. You saved Sonic for last, and now you win! The only way you can mess this up as EXE is if you give him too much dodge or you aren't resourceful with the abilities. But here's a tip. The invisibility should be used when he tries to stun you, with his drop dash, and your God's Trickery should be used when he peels out and gets away. If you can time this before the peel out ends too, and it's a standstill color, he's kind of just forced to take 15% increased damage. He really is. There's not much you can do with it if it's a standstill, yeah, really, if it's just a standstill, you just lose. But keep in mind, like, to only use the charge if you've seen him use both his abilities, because he can pretty easily counter that. Or do it if he doesn't know you're coming. Also, make sure not to use it on his dodge meter, otherwise you'll just get knocked to the ground and he gets to stun you. Cream gets a good solid B rank. I'm not gonna lie with that, I really like Cream's. So, with Cream's ability, you get a bit of dodge meter before the when the round starts. Meaning, you can just kind of, you know, take 4 hits before you actually start taking damage. And as the only other heal in the game, Creep usually gets targeted and doesn't get it to last man standing. However, when they do, they get more HP, and they get the ability to heal instantly. And on certain maps, you pretty much just get to win the game. Cream can also overheal if she hasn't been hurt yet, up to 175. It's not too useful if the EXE has found you right off the bat, but it's pretty useful. I'd say it's pretty useful. It also gives you a reason to start healing right off the bat, because, you know, everyone's dead, so just start healing. Once Cheese is dead, Cream essentially loses most of their healing, so you just have to play carefully. Make sure you don't take too much damage, and just don't let Cheese die. Cheese is kind of like the hard carry of Cream. Cream's dash is also pretty good, and she can go pretty fast if she bonks the EXE and then takes hit. She gets really fast. I mean really fast. I was like running at like 60 miles per hour. However, nope, this ability is dog shit. It tends to throw you away in the complete opposite direction for kind of just no fucking reason. It just kind of does it for no reason. Her music's pretty good, honestly. I like it a lot. Sometimes I listen to it on my free time. I really do like Once a Flower, or whatever it was called. I really do like it. It's a good last man standing thing, and I'm probably listening to it right now while writing the script. In terms of fairness, you're gonna have a decent time. Just make sure you know what you're doing. There's some counterplay, but you pretty much don't need to deal with that. Just make sure you don't get grabbed, I guess. Alright, there is not much you can do here for EXE, so I'm gonna have to put this in the C rank. So, Cream heals a lot during Last Man Standing. They heal pretty much back to full, and they can overheal, and they get dodge meter. So just make sure you are keeping a consistent pace on Cream and dishing out as much damage as you can. Once Cheese is dead, you pretty much have a surefire way to win, as long as you don't lose sight of Cream. But that's going to be pretty hard to do, unless it's like not perfect. Keep in mind, she can heal her HP back near instantly. You're going to have to smack her a few times before this happens. And also, never let her get far with the dash. My tip of advice is if she dashes into you and runs away, charge into her or use God's Trickery. Do not let her heal at the start. Don't wait for God's Trickery. When the round begins, instead use Invis and just go find her. It's generally pretty, the actual ability for Invis is actually pretty generous about how far you need to be before you can teleport. So I'd say just go attack her. Just go, like, find her instantly. If you hear her healing, then it's pretty loud. You'll know where to go find her. And for Amy, A rank. I love Amy. I love Amy so much. Amy's abilities is she gets to swap cards out constantly. And honestly, these cards are really useful. If you get a good set like the Sun and the Fool, you can pretty much just run away forever. You don't have to worry about the EXE anymore, you just run away. Even cards like the Sun plus the Emperor are really good. They're really good because you just get to heal, and you get damage resistance, and you just get to run away. It's pretty versatile. She's really good. Her hammer is also pretty versatile too. It's really easy to use. Hammer Jump is a pretty good mobility item to get away with, and it's honestly one of the best abilities I've seen in the game, just in terms of balancing. Also, her hammer throw is pretty good too. I do like the trade-off that her hammer doesn't come back to her instantly. It is just like, if you miss it, you're fucked. You're fucked for a little bit until it comes back. I pretty much would not recommend using hammer throw that much unless you're like trapped or you have a surefire way to hit the EXE. And one of the only real downsides of Amy is they can't take very many hits. There's not too many ways to, you know, like, avoid damage other than just getting away as fast as you can. But also, here's another tip of advice. Don't ever get the fucking Moon card! Never get the Moon card! Moon card means Death! I hate the moon card with a fiery passion. It is the worst fucking card in the entire game. If you are on not perfect, you are blind! You are blinder than me! You are blinder than me, and I'm nearsighted. I can't read shit from 3 meters away. It sucks. It is so fucking stupid. This single fucking card ruins everything. It is not worth it at all to keep this card in any circumstance at all. Her music's pretty good. I really like the track. I think it's pretty fun. If it's not perfect, you're not going to catch her. You're just not going to catch her unless she has the moon card, then you're going to catch her. In terms of fairness, she's pretty solid. As long as you know how to be resourceful and you know what you're doing, and you know the card sets, then honestly, you're going to do pretty well. So, Emmy on the EXA side, you know, they're kind of a pest.
Your opinion is wrong, and you don't deserve human rights. She is a disease and a burden on society. I hate her. I want her to die. I want to squeeze her.
Jesus, Guinea, calm the fuck down, man. Jesus Christ. Just a hedgehog. Calm down. Back to what I was saying. Amy is kind of a pest in the game when it comes to playing as EXE. Her cards are ridiculous, and they give her such an upper hand. Even while she's alone. Already the cards are pretty fucking difficult to deal with in the actual game, but honestly, they're just fucking annoying to deal with during Last Man Standing. And if she gets the world, she knows your exact location. She gets to plan ahead, she gets to stay as far away from you as possible, and if she has the sun, she'll heal back anything you do to her with time. That is stupid. If she has the Emperor, expect your damage to be shit. 15% damage reduction. You know, she can counter you a lot. There's really not much you can do. But, there's not much to stopping her, but you just have to play accordingly, and you have to not mess up. C rank. Metal Sonic. They got a solid B. Honestly, I love you, Metal Sonic. As Metal Sonic, though, you have to understand something. If you have had any damage done to you previously before Last Man Standing, if it's major at all, you are fucked. You need to play this safely, and your destructive, thankfully your destructive charge only loses about 15 HP every time, but that does not mean you can just go around doing this willy-nilly. If you try and do that, you will get thrown into the ground and railed from behind. It is the stupidest thing in existence. So, you have to make sure you are not caught healing or using destructive charge. If you are hit, you are taking the full force of that damage, and there is no recovering. Last Man Standing is not a recovery time. Do not go out and heal unless you need to top up your HP. Example, if you're missing like 40 HP, you're gonna do pretty good. That you can heal that back. Just make sure he's stunned before that. Keep in mind, you need to know if the EXE is close to you, and there's a pretty good way of doing that. Metal Sonic has a passive that lets him know where the EXE is at all times. Well, not at all times, but if he's near him. If you lose him, you might have some time to catch your breath and maybe heal back a little bit, but just know he can get to you really fast. You need to make sure you're doing this when you have enough time to do it. And also, keep in mind, the EXE is focused on you. There is not much you can do in terms of getting away. So, if you do manage to get away, congrats, I don't know how you did that. But keep in mind, the EXE is focused, so God's Trickery, Charges, Invis, they're all something you need to look out for. In terms of music, this would get an S rank. I fucking love his Last Man Standing, I love it so much. I can't stop listening to it. In terms of fairness, see, you lose your ability to stay back and recover, so you have to make sure you're healed before Last Man Standing. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a bad time. Metal Sonic thrives in some maps, and it's much easier for him to navigate things like Hill Gym and You Can't Run. Those ones are probably one of my favorite maps too. Actually, no, not You Can't Run. Fuck You Can't Run. So, honestly, the Last Man Standing in terms of the EXE is a perfect example of the Last Man Standing, I would say. You have a lot of abilities to focus your attacks to Metal Sonic, and you can't heal anymore. It's purely up to skill at this point. If you're skilled, you shouldn't have too much of an issue dishing out enough damage to kill Metal Sonic. If you're not, you might have a hard time. And honestly, I'm going to give this a B rank because it is a perfect example of a Last Man Standing. It is perfect. My boy Eggman, I gotta give him S rank. I gotta give him S rank. Eggman is probably one of my favorite survivors to reach Last Man Standing. So Eggman gets a shield that during Last Man Standing is fucking devastating to get hit by. He gets the speed around really fast using his jetpack boost, and it is incredibly fast. If he's in a tough situation, expect him to stun you and then run away at the speed of sound, and then you're not going to catch him anymore. He's really easy to lose too, surprisingly. I don't know how it's hard. I don't know how. It is just hard to lose a guy this fat. I don't know how. He also has a double jump, and that can help him a lot because he can just get to places EXE cannot. And that pretty much also just wastes his charge too. It's so good to play Eggman. I love playing Eggman during Last Man Standing. So he gets double jump, he gets to run really fast, he gets to counter you. There's not much you can do against Eggman. Eggman is just kind of the best survivor for Last Man Standing, and that's fair because he's a survivalist. The music too, S rank. This music is fucking phenomenal. It is godly. No one is stopping his master plan. Eggman on the EXE side, on the other hand, is a complete opposite. It's a D rank. You can't do a lot to Eggman as EXE, because if they know what they're doing, you are fucked. Luckily, God's Trickery and Invis can help you pretty well to recover distance, but don't count on it. If the Eggman knows how to use their jetpack boost properly, they're going to get away. If they don't, you can punish them pretty good, but it also makes you vulnerable for a good shot. Just be careful, play strategically, and make sure you have the chance to win. Knuckles. I hate Knuckles! I hate him so fucking much! I hate him so much! It is the worst feeling playing Knuckles and playing against Knuckles. A good Knuckles is a blind fucking scumbag that I hate with all my might. I genuinely would rather Knuckles get removed from the game than the amount of bad calls he gets to do for no fucking reason. I was playing Knuckles, right? And I go for an aerial punch. I do this perfectly. Down to a art. I am doing it perfectly. I jump, I use my ability, and for no fucking reason, Nux just stands there and charges up a normal punch. Why? Why does the game just say, no! You're not allowed to win! And forces me to do a normal punch. I hate how janky he is. This Last Man Standing music is alright, but like, the good one got removed. Please, that guy Raymond, I beg you to come back. But at the same time, I'm not gonna force you to come back. I'm not gonna be like those assholes who do that. Oh my god. In terms of fairness, 0, 0, 0, 0. Die, Nux! Die! Knuckles, in terms of EXE, F rank. What the fuck do you mean they get to pull everything off perfectly, and the game doesn't give them any issues at all? What am I supposed to do against that? Hey, thanks for watching. Just really quick before I end this video, I want to point out I got a lot of help from a few different sources. Black Belt III for a video on how many hits each character could tank. That helped a lot in knowing fairness and management. Guinea Pig Madness, I have to thank you a lot too. You helped me a lot with every single round and getting background footage and actually gathering data for this. I needed an EXE and I needed a survivor. He was both them. And finally, the Outcome Memories wiki, as I could actually see the real percentages for some of the stuff I was missing. That really saved my ass. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.